Hi fellow bookworms and welcome back! I have a really big TBR and it's just growing and growing every single time I get a book. And I sometimes hate to look at it. There's just way too many books on here and I have a feeling that I'm missing out on these amazing stories that are just ready to be told to me. So in this video, we're going to see how many 5 stars I can find. Our first book that I'm gonna read is gonna be Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and I'm already really close to finishing it. There's like 90 or so pages left, so I'm starting this really late at night, so I might just finish it tomorrow, but I'm really close and I know it's gonna tear my heart apart. At least the ending, so let's go. Okay, so I finished Heartless by Marissa Meyer yesterday at night, so on the 14th of June. And it took me quite a while to read this book. It's kind of chunky. It had 555 pages. And oh my gosh, this book had me going through all kinds of emotion. I was giddy, I was really excited for them, I was stressed. I cried at the very ending, even though I spoiled it to myself. So yes, I will definitely be thinking about these characters later on. It really is a really good book, and I definitely do recommend it to anyone who wants to read a fun but also not so fun fantasy read with lots of romance, lots of wonders, and it was very magical. And of course it was magical because it was placed in Wonderland. This is the origin story of the Queen of Hearts. I would rather say the Heartless Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. And I really enjoyed it. And I actually gave it a 5 stars. So this is our first 5 stars book of this video. Let's go find another. Oh, I've got my little iced coffee with me, and here next to me is my TBR shelf. So, we should pick a new read. I am definitely a mood reader, so I don't have monthly or weekly TBRs. I don't put out that many goals for myself. I did put out like 35 book goal for this year, but I do think that I am able to do that. I am 6 books in and it's the 6th month of the year, but in the summer and in the winter breaks I get to read a lot more, and that's how I balance it out, because in the school year I don't read that much. So over here I have books in Hungarian and over here in English. Here is Heartless. I just put it here because it is a library book and I finished it, so I will need to bring it back. And I have another library book here, which is Shadow and Bone. Now this is the first book in a series, so I might not want to start it, because if I do, then I would definitely want to read the whole series kind of back to back. So I'm thinking maybe a standalone might be a good idea, or a really short book. I have many fantasy books here. I am definitely eyeing either The Prisoner's Throne, which is the last book in the whole Folk of the Air series, like the sequel series to the Folk of the Air, or One of Us Is Next. I don't know, or maybe The Hunger Games could be a good idea, but it's also a really long series, but I think I could get on with that. And I am going to the dentist, so I need to bring something with me. I think I'm going to bring One of Us Is Next, because the first book had a really high chance of being 5 stars. It was 4.75, and I really enjoyed it, and I would love to read more of this school. Even more secrets are gonna be out. I love about mystery and thriller books that there are so many like twists and secrets coming out. I also have 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, which has many secrets in it, but that's a really long book. So I think I'm gonna bring One of Us is next. And now we need to pick a bookmark from my little bookmarks box. I have so many bookmarks. Maybe one of these. One of them is like a cat, like what to know about a cat. And the other is this little dog. Oh, this way. Somewhere. I think I'm gonna bring the cat. Let's bring the cat. So, we have a cat, bookmark, and a murder mystery. Let's go. Okay, so I am almost at the middle, or like mostly at the middle of the book. I read quite a chunk today. I'm really close to 200 pages. It's 20 more pages. I am on page 181, and 372 pages in it, so I'm definitely really close or over the middle. The people who have been hurt by this game are starting to be friends and become friends, which definitely was a key feature in the first book as well as in this book. And then there are actually more people who are also hurt, but not so much, and they are starting to some development, and I really appreciated that part in the first book as well. And I definitely feel like the first book had way more romance in it, and this is gonna be a spoiler, but in the first book, Browning and Nate get together, and I think like more than half of that book is just Browning and Nate together, and I definitely wanted to see more of Cooper and Eddie as well. We see more of Eddie in this book. I think that this is gonna be a higher rating than the last book, because the last book doesn't really, I don't mind romance, but in a murder mystery series I definitely do think that romance wasn't supposed to be the main plot, and it was kind of the big thing about that book. I enjoyed it, but it was kind of the big thing. And in this one, I really love character developments and friendships, and books just based around their characters. Yes, the plot isn't so interesting, but I think that's part of this series, is that we get to, it's more character focused, and we get to meet our characters and how they are. I'm definitely feeling that this is a really good second book, which I was hoping that it would be. I think the first part was a bit more just very slow. I think that now it's picked up a bit more. So we'll definitely have to find out who it is, and I think we're gonna get more clues on who that person is. I don't know, because I have an idea of who might be it, but they basically told that it might be that person in the book as well, and they give a really reasonable explanation of why it can't be that person, because he tried to do that before and he just gave really bad information. That in this one, the information and secrets that come out are actually really big. They could have just talked. That definitely needs to be, they need to talk. That definitely needs to be resolved, because if they, oh, actually, most of these, they just need to talk. That's it. They need to talk. Because every single character, these secrets are basically just miscommunications that they didn't talk about before, and they feel like was a secret. But if they just talked about that with the other person, it wouldn't be a secret, and if it eventually got out, it wouldn't be such a big deal. I still enjoy reading it, but like, looking at it from a reasonable point of view, they should have just talked. But it's still fun. I'm still really much enjoying it. Oh my gosh, I just finished One of Us is Next, and the twist that was in it, the last 100 pages were filled with plot twists upon plot twists, and so many things happened after, like, it was so fast paced. I cannot believe it, and I so wish that I would have the third book, because this left on kind of a cliffhanger. Because this story isn't finished. Because where it left off, we still need to go through the lawyer trials and like court, and basically it still isn't undone. Like, we figured out who it was who was kind of twisting the courts, but our characters just lied straight face to their lawyer. I honestly think that everyone in this book, every character, let them be main character or background character, needs therapy. Like, the therapists in Bayview are gonna get so paid. They're gonna have such a high pay, because honestly, everyone needs to go to therapy. Some of them need to go to jail, and oh my gosh. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. So I'm really happy that I actually finished this book, and oh my gosh, I read so many pages and so many things happened. I basically got through the first chunk of the book, like the first fourth of the book, first quarter of the book, and then the other 3/4 I just got through today. Like, let's say I started here and these rest I read today, so I am so happy that I accomplished this. It took me quite a long time, and at least like 5 hours, I would say, but I am happy, and I am extremely excited for the last book. I sadly don't have it, but my name day is sort of coming up, so hopefully I can ask for the third book, which is One of Us is Back, so the third book in the series. I think that this is going to be, drumroll please, the second 5-star book in this video. I am so happy with this series, and I feel like that it's just the perfect mix of plot and characters, and not so much war, but the mystery. And I found so many good playlists that I really think that help with giving a setting to this book. I am so happy that I finally finished it. So now we are going to pick what book I'm going to read, and I have been thinking of what to read, what would kind of fit on my bookshelf, what I'm feeling right now. But Victoria Milano, I'm bashing the name, but this amazing video creator actually just read Heartless Hunter, and she really enjoyed it from what I saw from the reading games. I have Heartless Hunter, and I've been just really thinking about this book lately, because this just feels like such a good book. Summer just feels like a really fantasy season, and right now I do feel like that this book would be a really good book because this is the first in a duology. I don't have the second book, but I guess I could get it. And if I really enjoy it, I'm gonna read the second book as well. If I don't want to, then I won't, but we'll see about that. And this has sprayed edges, these beautiful sprayed edges. They look gorgeous. So this is the book, and now I'm going to pick a moody kind of bookmark for it. Okay, so I have my bookmarks box, and I'm gonna pick a bookmark from it. I do have a new bookmark, so I'm thinking either this one with this really big tree, or maybe something. I use this bookmark a lot, but that's because it's so moody and just beautiful. But I don't think it would match because this is blue and that's green. So this is quite old, but maybe this one. But I think it's quite a good match, and I rarely use this. And although this is new, I don't think it quite matches since this is white and that's green. So I think I'm actually going to pick this bookmark for it. So I've got my bookmark, and I got Heartless Hunter, and let's start reading. Bottom of the floor, I am with my little dog Mossy. He decided to sleep here for quite a while, for a few hours under my desk. So I decided to read next to him Heartless Hunter. And I am a good 161 pages in, which is, I think, quite a good chunk of reading. Yeah, kind of getting into the flesh of the story, and I love how both of them are playing with each other and each other's feelings, and their little gifts are kind of like pokes, like poking at the bear, but they're both bears and they're both poking. I am so happy with the little banter. It's so fun to read. I was wondering how they would call what would be her magical name, since I read it in Hungarian, but Crimson Moth. Why wouldn't it come to my... It's fine. I love the setting, and I just love how we are going through the story, weaving through edges. It's beautiful. I love how it's written, so I'm quite excited for how the story is gonna progress. I'm gonna sit back at my bed to read or stay here with this fluffy fella. We'll see. But yeah, I guess I'll update you at a later date. So I just finished Heartless Hunter, and The ending definitely shocked me, and I didn't expect what was going to happen. It's definitely a great ending. I do think that this was a great book as a standalone, as it is. So I don't know if I'm going to get the second book, read the second book, since this was a great book and I really enjoyed it. The banter was really good. However, it was a little bit depressing, and I mean as in the ending and how our character felt. And I don't know if I want to actually finish this story. I don't think I'm that invested. I do think that I'm quite happy with this book. I definitely would recommend this to a lot of people who enjoy witchy, bantery enemies to lovers back to enemies. Kind of. I did skim the part where they had the spicy scene. It was only like 1 or 2 scenes. It was kind of fade to black, which I did enjoy. So I think this is gonna be a solid 4 stars, which is at least in the 5 stars, but not every book can be a 5 stars, especially being a first book in a duology. I kind of expected it to not be one, but oh well. So thank you for watching this video. This was definitely a roller coaster of emotions. I read many books, many different genres, many different tropes in it, and I was definitely really excited to read all these books. And I'm going to put this book on my shelf, and thank you, and I will see you in another video.